Hello students, hope you are well there. In the yesterday's session we learnt about the part 1 of the best Christmas present in the world, and today's session we are going to learn about the part 2. But let us recapitulate what did we learn in the part 1. In the part 1 we learned that the author, he was in a search of the best Christmas present, so he went to the junk shop and he was searching for the present, and he found that there were so many old roll top box were there in the shop, and he was searching for the cheapest one because he hadn't had such much money to get that. So while he was searching, he found that so many costlier roll top box, and after that he came to one of the one leg broken and one of the clumsy roll top box which was cheap. So he thought that he should have to purchase that cheap roll top box. He purchased that. The reason was that he was thinking like that he could make that box at home. And after purchasing that box, he brought that box at home, and after bringing that box at home, he was mending that box. He was repairing that box in his garage. Garage is at his backside of his home, and he was repairing that box. While repairing, he found that there were several drawers were there to that roll top box, and he was trying to take out those drawers into that box, and he found that there was one veneer, one layer is there on that roll top box. It was removed, it was damaged by the water and fire. So it means like that box belonged to such kind of place where the war happened. So after removing those drawers, he found that the last drawer, it was stuck inside, and he was not able to remove that drawer. And he used his brute force. What is the meaning of brute force, dear students? In the part 1 we learned that brute force means he applied his various techniques to remove those drawers. But the last one was stuck in. He removed with the force. He used his fist and he removed it, and he found that there are one tin box is there, and he found that in the tin box it was enveloped with the sellotape. He removed those, and he found that there were several letters were written, and the address of on that letter, it was written that to the Jim McPherson's last letter. Okay, so he found that letters. He was hesitating. The scrupulous feelings happened on his mind. He was hesitated to read read those letters. He was thinking whether to read or not. But after that, he just he gathered his courage, and he decided to read those letters. The reason was that reading those letters, he was thinking that he should have to send those letters to the address. Okay. So in the part 2, we are going to deal with what is written in those letters. So after reading those letters, author found that these letters were written by a soldier who was fighting in the First World War against the Germany, and he found that those letters were belong to soldiers' feelings for his wife. So in the part 2 we are going to see what is written there. So the part 2 you have to go, and you can see that first they have written there, dearest Connie. Connie means no one else but his name of his wife, Mrs. Jim McPherson. Okay. I write to you in a much happier frame of mind because something wonderful has just happened that I must tell you about at once. So in the part 2, the writer of the letter means the soldier is writing for his wife, and he was sharing the feeling of one day. What happened on that one day? We were all standing in our trenches yesterday. They were standing in the trenches. Trenches means what? One kinds of digging holes were there, and in that holes soldiers were standing with their rifles. Okay. So all the soldiers of British and German, they were in front of them. Okay. Christmas morning, it was a Christmas morning. It was a crisp and quite all about. Okay, means it was total silence. Everyone was in a silent mood. As a beautiful morning as I have ever seen, as cold and frosty as a Christmas morning should be. So the morning was cold, pristine and frosty, and everyone there were silent, and no one was doing that. So we have to see that what happened on the Christmas tree, what was the surprise for the soldiers. I should like to be able to tell you that we began it. We began it means what? They are going to start one of the enthusiastic, one of the best present for each soldiers. But the truth, I'm ashamed to say, is that Fritz began it. Fritz means what? Fritz, he was a German soldier. It was the name of a German soldier. So first someone saw a white flag waving from the trenches opposite. Opposite means what? From the German's boundary. Some soldiers, they were waving the white flag. What is the sign of this white flag, dear students? It is a symbol of peace. Means they want to come to the British soldier. So look there, what will happen there? Then they were calling out to us from across no man's land, and they were shouting. Who was shouting? German soldiers. They were shouting, "Happy Christmas, Tommy! Happy Christmas!" So they are shouting Happy Christmas, and they were waving the white flags. When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, "Same to you." And from this side of this British soldiers' boundary, they also shouted that, "Same to you." Okay, so it was a Christmas day. It was an auspicious day for the Christian. So they were, what were they doing? They were shouting with the Happy Christmas. Means they are wishing to each other. When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, "Same to you, Fritz, same to you." I thought that would be that. We all did, but then suddenly one of them was up there in his grey coat and waving a white flag. And one of the German soldier, he has put the grey coat and he had one white flag in his hand. He was waving with the white flag and he was saying like that, "Don't shoot lads, don't shoot lads." LADS, lads, this word is used to indicate the young person. Those who are the young person, they are known as lads. Someone shouted and no one did. So from the British soldiers, they are not shooting with the guns. Okay, look there. Then there was another Fritz up on the parapet and another, "Keep your heads down." I told men, it's a trick, but it wasn't. So it was a dilemma. British soldiers were in the confusion that whether they are doing any kinds of trick or not. So they were silent, but they were not shooting. So what will happen in the next paragraph? What was the surprise? We'll see in the next period, dear students. Now, let us quickly remind us with what are the phrases they are used. So first phrase they are used in two paragraphs, standing to. What is the meaning of standing to, dear students? Taking up the position. Who standing to? Both the soldiers is standing to against each other. Trenches, these words we learnt about it. Trenches means long deep ditches in the ground where the soldiers hide from the enemy. Okay, there are one place of the whole where they have to hide themselves. Fritz, here the name of a German soldier. German soldiers, they are known as a Fritz. Okay, these three words we learned in this paragraph. Rest of paragraph we will see in the next video. Thank you for having me. Have a great day.